sitting up here talking about how she's so good at cooking, so good at cleaning. Why are you auditioning to be a servant? This is insane.
Listen, sometimes I think you just like complaining about men. You're not looking for solutions. You're not looking for anything but the chance to complain. Subscribe. Let's talk about it.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm not auditioning for a spot on your team. That's your job. I cannot stand to see girls who are getting in a relationship with a guy pretty much audition for it. Sitting up here talking about how she's so good at cooking, so good at cleaning. Why are you auditioning to be a servant? This is insane. Cooking and cleaning are basic life skills, okay? And then too, what blows me about this type of thing is just the simple fact that a lot of girls do the auditioning right off the bat. Why are you trying to cook this man a meal right after meeting him, or jump through hoops to get him to like you right after meeting him? I don't feel like that's our job. If you're talking to somebody, especially girl to guy, that guy needs to be offering up some sort of value of his at the beginning of y'all talking. You do not have to sell yourself, and then your selling points are basically you being a maid. Like, I don't really understand that. I see the girlies doing a lot of stuff that I just don't feel like the girlies should be doing. And also, if y'all are talking and he busts out the woodworks trying to sit up here and tell you, oh, what do you do for a living? Can you cook? Can you clean? That should make you feel some type of way, because you're being minimized to work. You're being minimized to cooking, minimized to cleaning. Like, that's not the only thing that you can bring to the table. That's not your selling point. Being a servant and trying to win people over is not your selling point. I'm sorry. It's not your job to come to the table with stuff. Like, I feel like everybody, or I see a lot of girls now who are trying to, you know, play up their value, and that's just not how it's supposed to be. Then what's so crazy about stuff like this is further down the line, you realize you're doing X, Y, and Z for this person, and they never showed you their value. Like, they never brought their value to the table. It was just you overextending yourself the whole time. And that is why in the beginning, I just feel like it's so important that you don't try to market yourself as a person who's going to be doing all this work. That's not cute, y'all. Like, I hate seeing it. I just hate seeing it.
So one of the things that I think she's leaving out is saying, okay, if you don't want to show that person your value because you don't want to be pigeonholed into doing these things like cooking and cleaning, which again are basic life skills, no disagreement there. But if you don't want to show your value beyond the cooking and cleaning, right? If I can't ask you what you do, if I'm asking you essentially what do you bring, what's special about you, but you feel like you don't have to audition, you think that this is auditioning, which, if we're being honest, this is exactly what we're doing. When we go on a date, we're auditioning. We're trying to see, hey, what are the things about your life? We both have this opening in our lives and we would like to fill it. That's the idea of the date. We like to fill it, maybe temporarily, maybe long term, but I have to know things about you. Now, we can stretch this out infinitesimally until I can learn more and more and more and more about you, but economically, that's not feasible. I want to learn about what you've got going on. Since I don't have your autobiography in front of me, I want to talk to you and find out what is special about you. The looks pass the test. That's why we're both here. We both want to enjoy ourselves. We both want to enjoy good company and quality people. Now, how am I supposed to learn that about you if you think you're supposed to withhold value? Why do you think anyone that's being serious, right? Because this is unserious dating. Why do you think someone that's being serious about finding someone, a life partner, someone to do the rest of their life with, is going to put up with someone being coy, being mysterious, and saying, look, you can't ask me about my job. You can't ask me if I can cook, you can't ask me these things. What am I supposed to talk to you about? We're just talking really basic stuff here. Just about everyone has a job. If you don't have a job, I'd also like to know that. Your job may be completely irrelevant to what's going to be happening going down the line. Some men are capable of that. But if I'm just talking to you, I want to know, okay, what interests you? Do you have an interesting job? Maybe I can have the conversation about anecdotes about that. I'm not sitting there looking to put you in a maid outfit immediately. That may be not what the case is here. Hell, that may be your actual strong suit. You may have been raised and said, listen, I'm looking for a traditional situation. This is what I bring to the table. I cook at this type of level. This is what I do. This is how I think I could be of use, of service to you. And I'm fine with that. That's not your strong point. Okay, that's fine. We have a multitude of strategies, multiple ways of what people are looking for today. So if that's not what it is, you just have to lead with your value. If you want me to value it. Otherwise, how long do you think someone's supposed to stick around trying to ascertain what you do, who you are, what's valuable, what's different about you? You want to add a different level, another layer of complexity, of stupidity to this, that's fine. But I'm telling you, men of value are not going to look at this and say, this is cool. This is so amazing. But I have to do the opposite. I have to demonstrate my value. The fact that we're sitting across from each other already demonstrates a bit of that value. You saw me, you evaluated me. You said, okay, this person is as safe enough to at least meet for food, for drinks, whatever. You can do the whole rigmarole of tell everyone where you are, keep yourself safe. Absolutely, no issue with that. But I'm sitting across from you, and my whole life has been a storied process of how I got to who I am right now, which I'm open to sharing with you. I'm demonstrating that from the shoes up until to the way I'm actually communicating with you, down to your poignant questions about, so what do you do? Sometimes trying to hint around how much you make. Cool. This is part of the process. This is part of what we're doing, but it's reciprocal. Dating is like a tennis match that no one's trying to win. We're volleying back and forth, gentle back and forth. No one's trying to sit there and ace and be like, yo, I won, I defeated you. Yeah, cool, there's never going to be another date. It's supposed to be a gentle back and forth, but you don't want to do your part. You want to think that you just sit here and don't have to do anything in order to land that type of man. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're not sitting here and shaming dating strategies. Just understand the consequences or the outcomes that you actually get with that. If someone is not concerned with what you do, where you went to school, how educated you are, how ambitious you are, then they're not trying to seriously evaluate you for anything, for any type of role in their life. They're not looking to really do anything outside of just, hey, you're attractive. So it does not matter what comes out your mouth during this entire exchange. All I'm concerned with is, we'll leave the vulgarities alone. That's all I'm concerned with. So I don't really care what you have to say. I'm fine with it. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to joke. I'm going to demonstrate my value as much. And then as soon as I get what I think is valuable from you, you'll never hear from me again. Or, people do 3 and out. And then that's it. You think this is a way you're looking and criticizing women who are getting dates, are getting relationships, are getting married, and saying, I hate when they do that. It's working for them. We don't have the system in place anymore where I can simply meet your father, I can meet your mother, I can meet your extended family and learn about you. And you can be part of this entire courtship process. We don't do that anymore. We're individuals out here floating out in the sea and trying to make this thing work. Floating out here in the dating pool and trying to say, well, trying to avoid that turd and that turd and that turd. And why is this section getting yellow and spreading quickly? I need to ascertain something about you. You see, it comes across as you being lazy. You don't want to do the work, and understand that in reality, yes, we're all going to be auditioning. We're all going to be competing for limited slots at the game. When you look it down just to the ratios, and especially in metropolitan cities, the amount of males to females, and we're just not even talking about those that are available, those that are married, those that are heterosexual. The game is not in your favor to be adding extra stipulations, extra distractions at all. That's not going to be the end game. That's not how any of this actually ends up winning in your favor. If we're being frank, the odds are not in your favor. So you want to heap on more and more? Cool. Again, we don't judge. We don't tell you can't do that. We just say be prepared to A, abandon that line of thinking, 2, B, modify it, C, just accept the outcomes that come with it. If you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you got something to add as well. If you see videos on your screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And of course, if you're listening to the sound of my voice now, you have not subscribed to the channel, I think you should. We're just trying to build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.